I asked you how tense was it there the last few minutes of this game? Clinging to the 1-goal lead against these guys.
Yeah, I thought they had to push here. It's the college hockey, a lot of good teams, got a lot of skill on the ice, and it's important for you to find different ways to win hockey games. And tonight, we had to hang on and defend, and I thought that was a good learning curve for us here.
What'd you like just about the defensive effort? Colgate's team that's given you guys some trouble in the past. The Spink brothers are usually dangerous. I mean, what do you think? Just hold them to 1 goal and.
Yeah, I just think I thought we were trying to come at them with 4 lines and trying to play depth and trying to use that as our defense, just so that we can come at them with fresh bodies all night. So they're good players and they make plays. They made a real good play on the first goal. We made a little over rotation on our back check and they took advantage of it. So our guys were cognizant of them when they were on the ice and made sure that we wanted to limit their transition and limit how many times up ice they had numbers on us was the key for us.
And Terrance too, another goal again tonight too. I mean, what's it like just seeing him kind of grow as a player this year?
Yeah, he's an important player. Obviously missed him a lot the first half. There, we only got 4 games in, and it was a critical aspect of. So he's just kind of playing more and more. So he's kind of getting himself into shape here. You get that game experience. It's critical. So he's an important player for us. The stick's good. His puck decisions are normally really, really good, and it helps us to become a better transition team.
And one guy that didn't score tonight, but doesn't get, but it seemed like Gervais always seems to make big plays for you. He had a couple times where he cleared the puck away from the goal line to the last second, and just overall, how productive has he been for you guys?
He's just a really responsible hockey player. Right, Plays 200 feet, and he's as a coach, you really appreciate him because you can use him in a penalty kill. He's good enough to play in a power play, but he's in a lot of situations. He just makes the right decisions and puts himself in real good defensive positions to limit other teams. So he's got a good plus minus this year because of that. He takes a lot of pride in that. It's one of the things he talks about, and it frustrated him last year, just the way things went for him. But for him, we see him as someone that we like to see on the ice because we know that we're going to get really smart decisions.
For those guessing about the goal he scored, that was kind of a strange play because the goalie didn't know where the puck was on the first rebound. How did the puck actually get to you?
I saw at the corner of my eye that the goalie was kind of sprawled out and kind of face first on the ice, but it got to me from one of their players. You just kind of gave it right to me, and I saw the goal in the corner, so I just put it in.
It's just kind of weird too. I mean, did you ever expect to have a weekend where you have back-to-back game-winning goals?
Oh no, that hasn't happened in a while, so pretty happy.
Now on the other side of the ice, let's ask about what you thought, just the job you guys did on defense, especially holding that lead for 40 minutes against that team after you took it.
Yeah, I mean, they're a pretty skilled team. They got some guys who can definitely make plays, and our D-corps did a very good job to sustain them and just get pucks out.
And when you have like a 1-goal lead like that, I mean, does it seem like the third period takes maybe a period and a half instead of just a period time-wise?
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the clock at the clock a lot during that period and just kind of counted it down. But yeah, it definitely goes by much slower than when you're down by 1.
Yeah. Last thing I was going to say about you probably weren't on the ice at the time. But what did you think of the hit Kevin had on that one guy when he was coming up on the break?
No, it was a great hit. Kind of got the boys going. Yeah, definitely a boost for us.
And this kind of game was so physical too. Is that just one of those things that kind of send a message that
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty chippy game.
Yeah.
I'd say the game against Cornell was a little bit more physical. I think this game was just a little more chippy, just things after the whistle and stuff like that.
Just start off and ask you about the first goal game you scored. What you kind of see on that play?
I was just kind of getting net front, and I just saw Gag shoot it, and I just had my stick on the ice, and fortunately the puck just popped out, and I just slammed it home.
On a special night like this, Timmy, was it kind of fun to get the goal that caused the Teddy Bears to come on the ice?
Yeah, it was. I mean, when we were on the bench, Phil was saying that we're the line that was going to get the first goal, get the Teddy Bears going. So that was kind of funny that it actually happened, and it was fun. It was fun to see all the Bears.
Maybe on seniors against you guys because you played here a while. I mean, these are 2 schools you guys in the past have had some trouble with. How do you feel to be able to get a 4-point weekend against these 2 teams? How much does that show about how this team is kind of growing and as a program?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it's always fun to get a win against Cornell. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they're a big, tough team. We've definitely had some serious battles with them, and to get a win against them senior years, great. And then Colgate, I think. In our 4 years, this is our first time beating Colgate. Yeah. So, that kind of even made it more special. And, as it goes for the team, I think, we want to take care of this homestand and, take care of business, and I think that's what we've done.
Was there any stress out there like the last part of the game when you're clinging to that too? There's been so many games in the past against Colgate where you guys would have a 1-goal lead and then catch up, and was it just kind of a tense situation out there? Or was it
it was for sure. I mean, they were putting pressure on us, and we just kept them in the perimeter, and Louis was big in net for us again tonight. So.
First thing I wanted to ask about was obviously the big hit you made in the third, and I found out later from your dad that it was like an old defensive partner of yours. But what did that guy do at that point in the game just to kind of enforce what you guys were trying to do out there? Yeah.
Well, I mean, he stepped up to the middle. He was my deep partner for 2 years actually in Cumberland. We're good friends, but once we're on the ice, that changes completely.
What do you think of just the difference you guys had on the defensive side of the ice tonight? I mean, 'cause you had to hold that lead for the whole 2 periods.
We've tightened up as a team defensively since our spurt, here. Since Christmas, we've been really good, and we've just played an entire game team defense.
And Colgate, has a couple dangerous guys too. I mean, how much of a challenge is especially the Spink brothers, been to you guys tonight to keep them off the board?
Yeah, they're a challenge, but we're a good team, and we're ready for anyone in the nation right now. We're rolling right now, and we're confident, and they have 2 lines, and we beat them with our depth tonight and our defensive play.
These are obviously 2 schools in the past that have given Clarkson trouble. How did it feel just to get a 4-point weekend against these 2 schools here, just to show how you guys have kind of grown as a program and stuff?
It's always nice to get a 4-point weekend. Doesn't matter who it is, but it's kind of a rivalry, especially against Cornell. So that especially makes it a lot better.
And you're looking forward to the challenge of playing RPI and Union next weekend too down there.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a good atmosphere, and we're ready for another big 120 minutes.
All right, thanks, guys.